Hello, everybody. It's Sandra from the Funky Pickle Thrifter. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to have a look at my eBay sales as of late. I think they total just about $4,500. I'm going to have to do this video in two different parts because I have a lot of items to share with you today. If anybody watching this video bought any of these items, I'd like to thank you so very, very much for that. I do appreciate that a lot. The name of my eBay store is the Funky Pickle Store, but I do only sell in the US at this time. But I do sell jewelry on YouTube sometimes, so keep your eyes open for that. Buyers pay for their own shipping. I'm going to let you know what I paid for each item if I can remember. Thanks again so much for coming. Let me know what you think below and subscribe to the channel if you want, okay? If you're watching this on your iPhone and you can't read the title, just like squeeze your screen closed a little bit, and that will go to something called original size. That might help you out if you're having trouble reading the title. So the first thing I sold was this butterfly hook. This was solid brass. The company is SPI. I'm in the money on this collection, so big time. I got like a car full of stuff from a yard sale in the fall, I think. I think I paid a couple $100, maybe $300, but I'm way up to over $1,000 profit so far and counting. Sold this one for $17. I got this pretty little pin at an auction. Now, I am not in the money on this auction. I may lose money. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm still trying to sell the pieces. And that's okay if I don't get all my money back because I did get some pieces that I want to keep and wear. This one is made of Connemara marble. I believe that's how that's pronounced. And this is something that is found in Ireland. Isn't that a cute little thing? This had some nice age on it. Can't really say what I paid for it because it was part of an auction lot that I think I may have spent over $1,000 on. So working on recouping that money. Sold this one for $20. Look at this showstopper brooch. This is a really gorgeous designer item. It is by a company called Grosset. Now, I'll tell you a sad, sad story. The cartouche in the back fell off. So there's a picture of it with no cartouche. But you can probably see it a little bit. There is a cartouche there. So this is my hand holding this brooch in a video. So I just wanted to prove that it is absolutely guaranteed to be a Grosset. And I believe it said 1966 on it. Now, I got this item at a yard sale a long time ago for sure, but this is a very collectible name brand. And you can see it's awesome. It's very mid-century modern. It's got these great kind of starburst things going on. Love it. Bought this one at a yard sale, and I believe I sold this one for $160. Sometimes I do send out offers to people, like for people who are watching the item. That's what I did in this instance. I saw somebody had been watching it. So I said, I'll take $160 for it if you're interested. And they were. So bought it probably for $1 or $2 at a yard sale, sold it for $160. I sent an offer on this item too. I think I sold this one for $50. This I found in a at a thrift store rather for, I think, $1, maybe $2. So this one is signed Holly Craft. How pretty is that? I was trying to take a picture of it in the sunlight because that's really where it showed the best. Nice and big. Isn't that cool? See if we can find the signature. Oh, there it is. It's on the side. See it on the left-hand side there? It says Holly Craft. So bought this one for $2, maybe $3 at a thrift store and sold it for $50. I got this item recently in a jewelry jar. I've been finding $10 jewelry jars like crazy, and I've been buying all that I can find. I did find a little bit of gold, some sterling silver, and some very nice things. I mean, a lot of it is junk. That's what you would expect for $10. But this is an item that I think is very, very beautiful. So this was marked sterling silver. That's beautiful striped agate. How chunky and lovely is that? I love the blue color too. So definitely paid pennies for this. Sold this one for $15. And here's the other one. This one I think came in the same jewelry jar, the same $10 jewelry jar. This one is different colors, and I don't think this one was sterling. I did put these up for bid, so people could have, made the price go higher, but I guess only one person was interested. I love that. It's a very cool statement necklace. Sold this one for $12. I love buying little trinket boxes when I see them, and I thought this one was very unusual. Isn't that sweet? It's really sweet. A little nun with a candle. And it was signed on the bottom. We'll take a look at that. Or maybe it just had the sticker on it. Yeah, it's both. Joseph Originals, and there's the tag, I guess that just says Japan. Isn't that cute though? I love this little thing, and I got this one for $1 in a thrift store maybe about 3 weeks ago or so, and I sold her for 20. My jewelry lovers might remember when I bought out an entire Leah Stein collection. It was just such a weird chance thing because I was driving on the highway out of state and I started to feel very, very tired, like dangerously so. And I pulled off the highway and I saw an antique store, so random. I don't even know where I was. Actually, I don't even know the name of the town I was in. And I walk in and I said to her, "Do you have any jewelry?" And she said, "That's funny you should ask because an older woman was just in here and she's selling her entire Leah Stein brooch collection. Do you know who Leah Stein is?" I said, "I do. I don't have any of her pieces, but I would love to." So she gave me the lady's number and I went to her house and I bought the entire collection. She's actually British and I still keep in touch with her. She sold me some other things too. She's a very lovely woman, but she was the only owner for all these pieces. She told me she bought them in Paris and London, both. This particularly a Stein brooch is quite rare. I couldn't even find one, I think, on the entire internet, at least not in these in this color combination, which I think is really very beautiful, the rich purples. So this little thing, it is just plastic. Sold this one for $100. I think with this $100, I just broke even on what I paid. And I may have 15 or 20 more brooches. I'm probably going to keep most of them though. I don't know. I might sell some over time. I know I have a couple up for sale right now. Anyway, beautiful little rare piece. If you see Leah Stein brooches, definitely pick them up. She also made bracelets too. I just had to close my curtain. The sun was getting to me. Now, this one is also from an auction. This is that same lot that I'm not making money on yet or not getting my money back at all yet, really. But this is a Kenneth J. Lane. I love KJL so much. This is not an older one. This one was likely an HSN or a QVC. And there it says KJL. And I like to take pictures of jewelry on this little thing so you can see how big it is. Just about 2 inches, including the bail. Very beautiful. This actually appeared to be unworn. I can't guarantee that, so I just put excellent condition. Really cool little Kenneth J. Lane shamrock pendant. Sold this one for 20 bucks. I bought a lot of, I think, 5 Victorian scrapbooks at an auction about 2 years ago. I've been putting them up little by little. I love old Victorian scrapbooks. This one is very cool. I'm definitely in the money too, because I think I may have paid like maybe $100 or $90 for the whole stack of them. And I know I sold the first one for 200, I think. But here's what's so cool about this, that it's signed. A happy new year to Miss Hattie D. Hitchborn, yes. Compliments of Mr. and Mrs. Lambert, 1881. Such nice stuff. Look at that Christmas item in the middle, that die cut. Beautiful items in here. It was a nice condition too. There's a loose page. I loved that one. The Christmas greetings one. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Now, I can't remember how many pages. The cover is not in great shape. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. That's very common for these. Pure profit on this one because I did already make my money back. Sold this Victorian scrapbook for $100. My mom and I went to a yard sale by her house. It was actually 1 block over from where she lives. And a couple of weeks ago, we were driving past and we saw the guy outside. Well, it must have been, I guess it was several weeks ago because I think he was putting out his Christmas decorations. And as we were driving by, first of all, we bought a lot of stuff from him. We spent a couple $100. He sold us old jewelry. He had all kinds of cool stuff. Mostly jewelry is what we bought from him, however. So as we're driving by, we roll down the window and we say hello to him. And he's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Do you remember us? We bought a bunch of jewelry from you in the fall." I think it was, maybe the summer. I think the fall. So he said, "I have more jewelry for sale." He said, "I have some gold and diamonds, but it's not going to be that cheap. Why don't you come in?" So we went in and he pulls out this box that had a gold necklace, 3 gold rings. One had a diamond. It was a tiny, tiny diamond. And anyway, he opens up the box. He said, "I'm going to tell you right now, I have to have $100 for this box and I'm not taking anything less." So I said, "You got it. You got it." And then I gave him $100 and we left. And I still have the necklace and 2 more gold rings to sell. So that was an awesome profit right there. This is really a very beautiful 14 karat gold ring. It's a wedding band, and the name brand is Keepsake, which is a very, very nice name brand. This was almost 7 grams of gold, and gold is nice and high right now. So great profit on that old ring. Very cool item, and cool, that he invited us into his home and sold us a box of gold. Just a really lucky thing. I got this one as part of a pawn store haul, and I don't think I'm in the profit yet on that haul, and that's okay because I am going to be keeping some of the items. This is beautiful. This is a Taxco Mexico piece, and it's a little bit older. There's an eagle mark right there. You see it on the right-hand side, right next to where it says 925. Such a pretty piece. Abalone, loved it. I did put this one up for bid. I didn't do a buy it now, and I figured there might be a bidding war, but there wasn't, and that's okay. And I started it at $15. I figured if I get $15, I'm happy, and that's what I got. Don't think I'm in the profit yet on that haul, though. Working on it. This brooch is part of an auction haul, and it's that auction haul where I haven't recouped, and I'm trying. I am really trying. This one is super cool. I had never heard of this name brand before. J.H. Brickell. Or maybe it's Breakle, not sure. But this is interesting. It's a star and it's silver, and it looks like it was all made out of one piece and it was just folded over, which seems neat to me. Like just a very skilled thing to do. Nice and big, almost 2 inches. I did an auction on this one too, started the bidding at 40 and got one bid, which is awesome. Really cool piece, I think. Here's another auction haul item, not in the money on this haul. I don't think so. This is a different haul, but I think I'm still, yeah, I'm struggling. I am struggling on some of these lots, but that's okay. It will happen eventually. So this one is another KJL. This one is an outstanding one, as you can see. Look at all those rhinestones. And it had all the stuff. It had the pouch, the COA, the little warranty thing, and its original box. The box did have writing, which is unfortunate. She put butterfly pin on it, or somebody put butterfly pin on it. But that one is a knockout. I did do an auction on this one, but only got one bid, which is fine. Sold this one for 35. I may have sold this bangle a little bit too soon. I think I had it up for a day or something, and somebody reached out and said, "I'll give you $50." And I said, "Okay." I just have so much jewelry, that I'm trying to sell. This is a lovely old gold-filled piece. I believe it's Victorian. It's kind of hard to date. It was signed JBIS. You can't really see it there, but that is what it said. It said something else too. I think I couldn't read it. It did have like a few minor signs of wear, nothing really terrible, but I think this is quite a special bracelet. I think this was part of something that I bought at a thrift store. I think so. If it's a thrift store, I'm thinking it is. I paid $2 or $3 for it and sold it for 50. Nothing wrong with that. In the fall, I scored pretty big time at an estate sale. I bought a lot of dolls and some fabric and some gold and a lot of yarn. So I'm still trying to get the yarn sold little by little. I still have another tote or two full to the top of the stuff. This was one of the rare instances where I did buy some cotton. I was trying to only buy the wool and so on. But I thought this was so pretty. I don't know if this is for like making a baby thing or socks. I'm not really sure. I don't know that much about yarn. Look at that. Made in Norway. So I sold these 3 skeins for $13, completely in the money on this estate sale. I bought a pretty large lot of Oddfellows ribbons and pins and stuff like that. I think I paid $300 for them, maybe $350. Not in the money on those either, but that's okay. Still working on it. I may end up just giving the rest of them to an auction, and I'll probably get, most of my money back or all my money back, or maybe make a profit. Not really sure yet. Anyway, I sold this old thing. I'm not sure what it is, but it's from 1910. You see that July 22nd annual outing, Warregan encampment. I don't really know what that is. Anyway, sold this one for 30. I bought a giant box lot of antique snap cufflinks like this. Most of them were snap. There were a few others as well. I'm trying to actually sell those right now. And so I've been putting a lot of effort into them. This one said gold front. Beautiful Greek key design. Probably sold those too low, but sometimes I put a low price just because I really have to move merchandise out. And that's what I did here. So I sold this antique pair of real gold cufflinks for $39. By the way, if you love jewelry, I am going to be doing my sterling silver showstopper collection coming up, and I'm going to be featuring this ring will be one of the pieces. You may have seen this before. Isn't that amazing? I'm still trying to figure out if that's a dragon or not. I think so, but I think this was custom made. It's kind of incredible, right? I love wearing this. It's very, very heavy though, but that is sterling silver and Baroque pearl. Anyhow, keep your eyes open for that if you are interested. So this bracelet, I don't remember where I bought this actually. I'm not sure, but I know I didn't pay much money for it. It's absolutely incredible. This is sterling silver. It's by a company called Ross Simons. Look at that. This thing looked so real. Honestly, I almost kept it because I absolutely loved it. Really nice closure there. Let's see if I have any other pictures down here. Just this, just to show how big it was. Now, I took a best offer on this because I had had it up for like 2 years or something, and no one was interested. So I think I may have sold this for $60, which I'm happy about. That's fine by me. And I hope the person loves it because it was really, this one was spectacular. Very, very exceptional Ross Simons bracelet. Sold this one for $60. Other than the Oddfellow ribbons, I did buy some other ribbons for $50, I think. So I'm completely in the money and in kind of a big profit margin on that lot. That was also bought at an auction. Now, this one is a suffragist ribbon. I know that because I looked it up. That's the only reason. 35th Annual Convention, New York State Federation of Women's Clubs, Albany, New York, 1929. And it also had somebody's name on it. Let's see if we can see what it says. Mrs. Harry B. Walker. I don't know who that is. Very, very nice sale, though. In nice condition, right? That's a really neat item for somebody's collection. So in the money on this, pure profit, sold this one for $60. How about this fun melted plastic piece? This is straight out of the 1970s. Such a goofy smiley face. It looks like the High C guy. Was it High C that had a guy like this with one tooth? I'll put it on the screen if it is. I mean, I don't think it is officially a High C product, but it's definitely reminiscent of something I remember. But look at his hair. I think it's very, very cute. I got this one at a yard sale, I think years ago, though, for $1, and I sold this one for $35. Here's some more yarn that I got because it looked interesting to me. This one said cashmere silk, hand painted. Beautiful color, one of a kind, hand painted yarns and fibers, Spirit Trail. No idea. No idea, but it was part of that yarn lot. So this is pure profit. Sold these two for $25. I sold this item within 24 hours of posting it. I guess I priced it a little bit too low, but who cares? That's fine. I think I paid $2 for this one at a thrift store. This is a Kirk's Folly. I know this name brand very, very well because I happen to have bought a table of it, a whole table full from a yard sale, probably 20 years ago now. So I'm very familiar with the name brand. This was sold online, HSN or QVC. I don't think this one's probably old, but it's very, very cool. Great purple angel. There was some nice height on that too, or a cherub. What's the difference between an angel and a cherub? I think we couldn't figure that out. I think I asked that once before. Not sure. Anyway, cool piece. Paid $2 or $3 for it recently too in a thrift store and sold it right away for $42. I think these items are very interesting. First of all, I have just the box, I guess, on the bakers. It says paregoric opium. Look at that. It says alcohol, opium, a cordial to ease pain, you think, and produce sleep, you think, or in children teething or troubled with worms. Ooh. So I had that box, and then the bottle inside was something different, which I didn't know. I think I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, but inside the bottle said Stickney and Pores rather. Still has its cork in it. It's a little bit broken. And then this, some people might remember this. I got this at a yard sale, and I can't remember if I bought it like intentionally or it was in a box with other stuff. This was actually full of pills. I guess this is something you would take for your heart, nitroglycerin and strychnine. And I see that somebody on eBay sold one with all the pills in it and they got a bunch of money, but I don't feel right about selling all those pills. God forbid a dog or a cat or a child. Yeah, I couldn't live with that. So anyway, emptied out the bottle first. Sold these 3 pieces that I paid, like $1, I would say pretty much for all 3 of those pieces. Sold that for 15. I think these may have been a thrift store find, can't remember, but I love these. This is by company 1928. And there's our giveaway right there, that sort of scrolly stuff on the back. The 1928 has that. That's their signature, if you will. A little bit of inside information. You'd have to know that. They don't usually say 1928. I have seen where they do, but they don't usually. I think these are very lovely. They definitely look like something from the 1910s. Yeah, maybe the 1920s. Very cool little lot of pins. Sold these for 15, probably paid $1 or 2 for them. I'm a Pisces and I was going to keep this one, and I don't know why I decided to sell it. This wasn't cheap. I think I may have paid 40 for it in an antique store. I thought it was very cool. Sterling silver, definitely old. Neat piece. So not sure what I paid. Didn't make a lot of profit on it, but I did really enjoy it. And I wore it once. Sold this one for 50. So there is Sarah Coventry, and then there's Sarah Coventry. And these pearls are Sarah Coventry, if you know what I mean. How incredibly beautiful are these pearls? Wow. With a capital W. And look at the catch. Isn't that awesome? Now, this was also convertible because you could take that apart and only wear half of it. So you wouldn't have to wear all 5 strands if you didn't want to. Such a stunning piece. I think I got this one in a thrift store for $3. Beautiful condition. Love this necklace. Sold this one for 40. I'm completely in the money on these sterling silver petit point turquoise earrings. I love petit point. It is just lovely. Just little tiny stones. That's got to be very difficult to do. See how small they are? Nice curvature. They were kind of hard to get a good picture of. Look at them from the side. Love those. Completely in the money. Sold those for 40. Here's some more yarn from that estate sale. So completely in the money on this. This was 20 skeins. I think I had 22 or 23, so I just gave them all. And I said it was 20, but it was a little bit more. So the person will have a nice surprise. I love these colors. A very soft green and a peach color. Love this. 100% wool. Couldn't really find anything else like it. Made in Chile. Not sure. But I sold this whole lot for 50 because I had a bunch of watchers and I sent a thing out and somebody took me up on it. So very happy with that. Pure profit. Here's some more beautiful wool. I feel like the purples really sell for a premium. I think people really love purple. Or I don't know, maybe that's just me. This is very lovely though. Sold just this one skein for 15, pure profit. I can't remember where I got this Judith Ripka sterling silver necklace. This is actually very nice. I love the cord on this. I usually don't like cords, but this one I really liked a lot. Clearly signed. Nice big pieces of silver. And somehow I think you could take part of that out, as I recall. It's like magnetic and you could make it a little bit shorter. So pretty little item. I think I sold this one for $25. May have paid 2 or 3 for it. Can't remember. I got this item at a yard sale in the fall. I bought a lot of Michelle Design Works rather items, and I'm completely in the money. I had a bunch of these little towels and I just put them all up for $9 each. Buy it now. I think I had 10 of them. I think I've sold 2 or 3 so far. I will just keep those up until they sell. Very easy to ship and list and all of that. Obviously, this is a stock photo. Cool item. I love that. Cocktail hour. Sold this one for $9. I got this sterling silver bracelet at a community sale. I can't remember what I paid because I paid him one price. Like maybe I paid $350 for a bunch of jewelry, and I know I already doubled my money at least. So this is pure profit. This was insane and incredible. Look at this. Almost 44 grams. Look at the turquoise and mother of pearl. The name of the name brand on this is HOB. Or that stands for House of Bangles, I believe. HOB Mexico 925. That's an amazing item. Now, interestingly, I had 2 of these, which is sort of strange, but I did have 2. I almost kept them, and then I was gonna keep 1, but I sold 1 for, yeah, 90, and the woman got it, and then she said, "Boy, you don't have another one of those, do you?" And I do get emails like that a lot where people say, "I'll buy another one," and I'm like, "Yeah, I get these things, like, they're really one-offs. I don't have, like, a whole bunch of them laying around." But she said, "If you have another one, I'll buy it," and I actually did have another one, so decided not to keep it, and I sold it to her for $90 completely in the profit. Wow, that's a beautiful bangle, really is. How real does this IPS brooch look? This is gold filled. Those pearls look so real. IPS stands for Imperial Pearl Syndicate. This was in excellent condition. Love that. Don't remember where I got it. I've had it for a while though. Sold this one for 12. $12 is not a huge amount of money, but these little amounts really do add up. And when it comes to jewelry, especially, I don't mind it because they're easy to store and these pieces are easy to ship too. I got this David Yurman Christmas tree ornament in a jewelry jar, one of those $10 jars. So I was very happy to sell this. I could have put a higher price on it, but there were so many up for sale. And I feel like if you put too high of a price, you're just never gonna sell it. I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna die with this stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I moved this one out. I did a quick buy it now for $12. It's in fantastic condition. And it's kinda nice that it's new too. The year is 2022. So got that one in a jewelry jar, paid pennies for it, sold it for 12. I love selling fabric. I got very lucky because I bought 2 or 3 huge totes of it not too long ago either from a junk store that I like to go to. How adorable. Look at all that. The bones, the dogs, bright red. I love selling fabric just because I think it's very, very fun to sell. So didn't pay much for it. In the money, I think I paid $300 for all of those bins of fabric, and I think I'm already up to over $1,000 on that. So sold this little piece for 10. Here's more from that huge garage sale where I bought out a lot of stuff. This is another SPI brass. These were drawer knobs or drawer pulls, dragonflies, solid brass, very cute. And I can't remember what I sold these for. I took a best offer, say $12 or something like that. These were very nice, though, brand new and sealed in the box. I'm pretty sure I bought this Olipop ring at the same time when I bought the sterling silver and turquoise HOB House of Bangles bracelets. So in the money on this, look how cool that is. Oh, I love it. I almost kept this one too. I almost keep a lot of these things. It's hard because I'm a collector and a seller, and this kind of ring was really up my alley just because it was big and bold and super cool. In the money on that, sold that item for 25. I bought this quilt kit at the same place where I bought the yarn. So this is pure profit. How beautiful is this? I've never heard of this name brand before, Peacemakers. That is a great quilt. I would hope the person would send me a picture of it, but when they're done, but I'm sure they won't. Anyway, 2003, how cool is this? Ah, I love that quilt. It's been kind of a dream of mine to make a quilt someday, but I don't know how to sew and I have no time. So there's that. But I really do love quilts and I think this one is gorgeous. So completely in the profit, sold this one for 150. Here's another melted plastic smiley face. I did get this at the same place where I got the orange one. Sometimes people call these popcorn also. But this is what most of us think about when you think about a smiley face. The yellow and the black, just this exact pattern. This was very big too, by the way. Very awesome. Probably paid $1 for it. I think like probably $1 each. Like I said, for both of those, the orange one and the yellow one, sold this one for 32. I had this item listed for probably a year or two. I thought this was very interesting. This is a 1936 gold-filled mesh bracelet. There is a cool tassel on it. And look, it's a locket too, but it's a very, very specific thing. There's a little bit of denting, not too bad, but it said Edgewood Park, which I tried to research. I believe that's in Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can do more of a close-up on it. Hold on. That is much easier to see. That says Seal of Edgewood Park Incorporated, 1936. Very cool item. I think I got this at a yard sale, paid $1 or $2, sold it for 15. I got these beautiful Honora pearls at an auction. It was part of that lot where I didn't make my money back yet. Hopefully will, don't know. These are beautiful. I love the white, and that catch right there is sterling. How pretty. Base metal bottom, but that top part was sterling. Love it. Love it. It seems like it was new and never worn, not sure. So not in the money yet, but sold these pearls in the box. Very pretty. They're nice and big too. Love the color, love the texture, love everything about them. I love Honora pearls. Sold these for 50. I had kind of a pile of Juicy Couture jewelry, and I was thinking about selling it all at once. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh, let me just see if I can sell them one by one. I don't know. I'll put them all up for, I think I did $25 each starting bid. We'll be getting to some more of it as we go along here. But I think I accepted a best offer of 20 on this. This is a very cool charm bracelet. I love all those little pastels. Isn't that cool? In nice condition. I think I had a couple of pieces when I was looking at all that I had that had some wear that I don't know, I think I threw them out or something. I didn't sell the ones with wear. This one was in gorgeous condition. Have no idea what I paid for this. I know it was a yard sale find. I think I sold this one for 20. I had quite a bit of vintage cologne and perfume. I think this may be the last bottle. I've been selling it little by little for the past year or so. Who remembers Taboo? I actually do remember this. Probably from the 80s? I don't know, but sometimes they're the old formula, and that's why people like them. I think this one was the old formula. Sold this bottle for 20. I think I probably paid $1 for this. I got this vintage dog tag from 1941 at an auction. This was part of an auction haul from a long time ago. So in the money, had this one hanging around. I think I had it at a higher price for a while. I just lowered the price and sold this one for 9. This was a little thrift store find. How darling is this thing? So this one is signed Gloria Gompertz. I had never heard of that person, but I looked it up. Isn't that a cute little hand-painted birdhouse? I think that's lovely. Little piece of glazed porcelain. Sold that for $12. Think I paid $1 for it in a thrift store. If I find Bath & Body Works, I usually take out my phone and I will look up comps real fast. This one I found at a yard sale. So this is one of those touchless soap dispensers. They had 2 of them. I bought both of them. I think I may have paid $5 for both with the soap too. Maybe I paid $5 each. I can't remember. I don't think they make this anymore. I'm not exactly sure. The other one I had sold for more money. That one was a teal color, but this bright red one sold this one for 30 and included that peach Bellini soap too. Here's a Michelle Design Works towel. This one sold for 9. Like I said, I do have quite a few. This one I actually took a picture of. I should have really done that on all of them, I guess. This one is a stock photo, and that's one I took. Brand new, sealed in the package with its tag. Sold that one for 9 in the money on those. Here is that other very heavy sterling silver bangle bracelet by House of Bangles. It's a good one. Same person bought both of them, like I said. Gorgeous. Sold this one for 90. I don't remember where I got this Maltese cross brooch. I don't think I paid much for it, though. This was unsigned, but I thought this was really a neat item. Sold this one for 13. I think I got this bird pin in a thrift store, probably paid $1 for it. I believe that's correct. So these are very cool. The stones, I call them jelly bellies, but they're really not technically jelly bellies. I just sort of use that as the search term. Jelly bellies do have to be clear, but I think those are very cute. It's like a cat's eye effect. Beautiful colors. Sold that pin for 10. This is a very unusual item to find new in its box. I found this at a thrift store. I paid $25 for the doll and then an outfit and then a book. They all came together. And I wasn't sure what to do with pricing this thing. This is a rare item. It is Pleasant Company, and they did do the American Girl dolls. But this is pre all of that. It's also pre Bitty Baby, I believe. I'm not really an expert on American Girl dolls, but I thought that maybe it was something special. So when it came to pricing it, I kind of was thinking like maybe I could just name whatever price I wanted to because it's so rare that it was new in the box and stuff. but I just didn't know. I just couldn't find anything like it. So I decided to do an auction. I was hoping to get a lot more money than this. Not that I'm complaining, certainly. So I did an auction. I think I may have started it at 250, or maybe I started it at 200. As you can see, I got 7 bids, sold this one for 305. This one looks so much like a real baby, doesn't it? It also had the sleep eyes, so the eyes opened and closed. Cool item. Paid 25 for the lot, sold this doll for 305. This was included also at the thrift store, so I sold this one for 100. This was the starting bid. You see there I have 2 bids, but I guess the same person bid twice, so somebody needed to challenge them in order for the bids to climb on this one. How cute. Look, 1 pair of shoes, 2 pairs of socks. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, there was the box for the shoes and the socks too. And then the box for the outfit was like this. See, there's like a little bit of, it's not really a big deal, but there are some marks on the box. Isn't that cute? Very rare. Same name brand, Pleasant Company. Sold it for 100. And here's the pop-up book. This one was also included for the $25. This was new and sealed. Never opened, but there was that. See, it's like a little hole or something, and that did go right through to the cover. So that hurt the price quite a bit, but still happy. Sold this one for 35. Here's another one of those Michelle items that I'm completely in the profit on. Sold this one for 13. This was very cool. It was the Nutcracker towel and also this little sort of hors d'oeuvre dish, I guess. That's melamine. Everything from that garage sale was brand new and unused. So in the profit, sold that one for 13. I believe this necklace came from a haul that my mother made. I think I have to give her this money. I'm pretty sure. So this was a 10-karat gold necklace with a little pendant that has an M with an angel or a cherub. Isn't that cute? A solid gold too. And I don't know what signature that is. I'm not sure what that is, but I took a picture of it so people could see it. It does say 10K there. Not sure who that is. Anyway, there's the weight. She didn't pay much for this. She's definitely in the money on that haul because I think she paid $100 for everything that time I was going through the haul. She had an awful lot of gold. So she's made a few $1,000s on that haul so far. So this is pure profit too. Got to give the money to her. Sold this one for $72. This is a very pretty orchid necklace. This came in a $10 jewelry jar. It's very light. I think it's just lovely. Isn't it nice? Look at the flowers that go all the way around. And then with the large pendant, some nice height on it too. Not really great pictures, not really showing how pretty it was. I think it's prettier than my pictures. Anyway, this is celluloid, a very, very light plastic. Got it, paid pennies for it, sold it for 15. I bought this item a while back. I sure don't remember where. It must have been a yard sale or something like that. I don't remember. But I sold it for $49. I think I underpriced it by quite a bit. It sold within the hour. This is lovely, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I got this at a pawn store. I take that back. That's right, because it's all polished up. The guy polished it. I almost died because I didn't want it polished because I actually like when they look kind of old, and darkened. I think that's kind of cool. But anyway, he polished it up all nice and shiny. And there's something funny happens when you take photographs of old jewelry. Sometimes the flaws look very magnified. I mean, that looks kind of bad right there, but it really didn't look like that in person. It was in very, very nice condition. So didn't pay a lot for this. Maybe $2 or $3, something like that. Sold it for $49. I don't remember where I got this little Jim Shore item. I think it was a yard sale find. Maybe I paid a couple dollars for it. I love buying Jim Shore stuff. This one is a little bit older, from 2010. So it looks like wood. I don't think it probably is. Is it some sort of a fake wood? Not sure. But this was nice that it had its name on the bottom, Autumn Breezes Cleanse. Yeah, it was $56 in the day. It was in great shape too. So paid a couple dollars for that. Sold that one for $25. It's pretty, right? I sold a jacket like this one time before. I think several years ago they were selling for more because I seem to remember I sold that other one for $50 or $60. This one I only got $25 for. This is a pretty cool Marlboro jacket. It's red and black, as you can see. And I think you couldn't buy this in the stores. I think you had to collect something to do either the cigarette packs, or maybe they had like little coupons in them or something, and you had to mail away for it. So kind of a rare item because of that. This is from the 1990s. I paid $2 for this in a thrift store, sold it for $25. Let me know below if you've ever played this game before. This game is pretty insane. It is very X-rated, a party game for horrible people. Indeed. It's pretty crazy. I think the first time I played this, we were together, maybe 10 of us at a Christmas dinner or maybe a Thanksgiving Day dinner. And somebody brought it and it was pretty nuts. Anyway, I think I found this. It was still sealed. This game at a yard sale for a couple of dollars, maybe $2 or $3, something like that. And I sold it for $19. I bought this Harry Potter wizard wand at a yard sale. I think I paid $10 for it. I can't remember why I didn't look it up with my phone. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable because the person having the yard sale is like hovering or watching or something. So I just kind of went with my gut and I said, I bet you this may sell for a profit. And it kind of didn't, but I got my money back, sold this wand in excellent condition in the box for $16. I've had this ring for a while. I think it's quite interesting. It kind of looks like a lion's face, but it could be, I don't know, Tree Man or Father Nature, or is that a thing? Isn't it cool? It's very weird. And I think I tested this on one of my testing videos, and I think we discovered that it is in fact sterling silver. I wasn't really sure, and I knew it wasn't a big ticket item anyhow, so I didn't even mention it. So I think it is probably. And then, you know, good for them. I sold this one right away, put it up, did a buy it now for $22. I think I may have paid $1 for this one at a yard sale. So good profit. Here is another antique gold filled bangle bracelet that I think I underpriced, but that's okay. It really is. It wasn't in fantastic condition. This one had a little bit of a dent. It really wasn't a big deal. And again, you know, my camera really does exaggerate that. Let's see if we can find the dent. I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. It was on the back side of it, which makes sense because, you know, when you're doing stuff, you have a bracelet on, you might bang it on the tabletop or whatever, the car door, what have you. How pretty is that, though? Hand etched. Gorgeous. I know I didn't pay much for this. Can't remember where I bought it, though. I sold it for $50 right away, too. In that Leah Stein brooch collection, I think I had 5 or 6 fabulous foxes. That's what this is called. This is fantastic. I mean, they're all just so interesting and so great. I love this color too. It is a beautiful orange. It's kind of like a neutral orange. Look how big it is. 4 inches long. I love it. I remember the first time I ever found out about Leah Stein jewelry was in a weird way. It was on TV somehow, like a game show or something. And I don't really even watch game show. I can't imagine where I saw it, but I did see it. And it was a fox, and I could tell that it was plastic. So I just did a Google search on plastic fox brooch, and that's where I found out about Leah Stein brooches. And then I was going to buy one on eBay for a long, long time, and they sell for like $100 and up kind of thing. And I didn't. Now I'm so glad I didn't, because then I just happened to stumble upon this whole collection a couple of years after I saw it on TV. So I took a best offer on this one. I think I sold this one for $80, possibly. I think that's correct. So cool item, right? I will generally buy CDs if they're pressed in Japan, and that's what is the case here. I don't know who this is. Gary Carr. Not sure, but you see all the writing is in Japanese on Firebird Records. I don't know. I've had this one hanging around for a long, long time, though. Probably paid $1 for it at a yard sale, sold it for $10. I sold another Moon Goon. I had 2 of them. I bought them years and years ago at a yard sale for probably 50 cents or something, or $1. How cute is that? These are very rare. This one is from 1964, and it is clearly signed on the bottom, 1964, L. Chem, patent pen. Isn't that cute? I love the hair. I love the yellow eyes also. So didn't pay much for this one. Sold this one for $42. I love big eye pictures. You can see there is one behind me right there. That's the kind of Beatlesque one back there. But this one I had for a long time. I also put Pity Puppy in the title because that is kind of a pity puppy, right? And the painter on this is Lee. This is just a print, of course. It was on, yeah, like a pressed board kind of thing. And there's the size, 14 inches by 11 inches in nice condition. I love that. I just think that's so cute. I love the big eyes stuff. Got this at a yard sale, probably paid $1 or $2, sold it for 25. I think I took a best offer of $25. So nice profit. This was a recent thrift store find. I think I paid $1 for this. This was outstanding, I think. I love Christmas jewelry. And there was something so beautiful about this. Very rich colors. I love the stones too. Some were cabochon, which means they have the smooth top. Some were not. I just really like the colors. I like the gold and the dark red and the emerald green together. I think I got this for $1, maybe $2. And I think I took a best offer of $17 or $18, something like that. We're going to have to end it right here. This video is getting so long, but come back for part 2, which will be out shortly.